Hey guys, today's mission is going to be launching a rocket from Kerbin to head to a tank in low Kerbin orbit. It will be then heading to the moon, and there's a really nice shot of what we're trying to reach. So there's a little time lapse. If you enjoyed seeing this, then you should really watch it on Twitch. You get to see the full thing and me explaining how each section works. So it's now time for launch. We're doing a quick adjustment of these clamps to make sure that I can get into orbit. It'll be a slow burn going up, mainly because I don't have enough force at the start. And we have that racing stripe of solar panels to give myself electrical charge. That's mainly because we want the middle stage booster to come back down. The first set of antennas are about to break off, as you've just seen there. That's mainly because they were extended to give myself control of the ground. It's not needed as I get higher up, as I'm able to connect to some of the satellites currently in orbit. Meanwhile, in an alternate timeline, fuck, it's not gonna make it. We just hit over the 10,000 meter threshold, about 45 degrees, and we've got a periapsis around between 30 and 35. We'll be heading this degrees for a little while, and then we're going to be heading more lateral. This is to help with our gravity turn and get us a nice round orbit. We've now got to the point where these boosters can be separated. At this point, we should be able to get just enough thrust to get into orbit with just this stage. Therefore, we can easily recover this extra tank. Meanwhile, in an alternate universe... fuck, not enough fuel. Here we have our first major mistake. We accidentally select the probe core instead of the actual capsule, and that is something trailing behind this. As time goes on, you'll see how this affects us. We've got to that point where the fairing should be able to be attached now. That means the bottom stage is getting ready to come back down to the planet and open up its chutes. At this point I realised my mistake, and I was trying to set up intersect with that part still. I end up overshooting this shot by quite a lot by accidentally increasing time warp too quickly. And you'll see that happen, and I'm going to be readjusting that angle to get a connection.
target. We're too close. Stay on target.
Now I've docked, I need to adjust some fuel around. This is because I need to make a burn that sends me towards the moon, as you'll see in the next little bit. The maneuver we have set up is going to hook us around the moon at around 300,000 meters away from the surface. It won't be that hard to reach. The main thing will be making sure we have enough fuel, which, as you'll see later on, is we don't have enough to get into an orbit. We're starting our burn now to inject into an orbit around the moon. If you saw that I had to take fuel from the tanks that we were bringing along to be able to do this burn. This means we don't have as much fuel in the station, but my plan is to set up mining, which you'll be able to see on my Twitch. At this point, we had rendezvoused with this station. We're having to slow ourselves down and try and dock. However, there's no connection, meaning there was no control over the station, and there was only limited control over this craft because we're using remote tech. At this point we are fully docked, and all we have to do is take away the booster stage to the end. The last thing I'm doing before that though is transferring all that fuel from that booster stage to the station, just to make sure the station has as much fuel as possible. This is mainly because the landing craft that I'll be using to go to the moon will be having a very small amount of fuel. That small amount of fuel has the simple purpose of using less weight, but it'll need fuel to be able to get back to Kerbin. As you can see now, we have decoupled, and this bottom stage will be heading retrograde towards the ground. It's going to slowly pull on that orbit and allow that junk to be destroyed. It won't be needed in space ever again, and it is going to be cleaner for any other type of landings that I choose to do. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Do follow my Twitch, it is in the description below.